Let's talk about a side of competition, performance, and preparation that a lot of us don't talk about. It's quite apparent to me that perimenopause is here. What do those hormonal changes do to our perception of ourselves, our careers, our performance? What happens if our bodies don't cooperate? So last night, I won first place at the Speaker Slam competition. Speaker Slam is North America's largest stage and competition for inspirational speakers. And this is a competition that I've been preparing for months. But what many people don't realize is that in the weeks leading up to Speaker Slam, I started to lose a lot of my memory. It's not memory loss, but it is major brain fog. This affects all of us as women, especially as we enter our 40s. But it's not something that we talk very much about. I couldn't help but think that as I'm entering this new phase of my life and I'm doing more and more speaking which is dependent on memory, that this is when the brain fog is hitting. It's the inability to retrieve the information in my brain, even though I know it's there. Sometimes it feels like the tips, like the start of a sentence that starts with a D, for example, is just poking out in the corner, but I can't recall the rest of it. It's just gone. I come from over 20 years of marketing and pitching and, working with clients. I could safely rely on my brain and just know that I'd be able to speak to the things that I was an expert in. It's not as easy now. And I want to talk about this as women, because what is the narrative that we end up telling ourselves in these spaces? What are we feeling? Because oftentimes it's things like, I think I'm losing my edge. I don't know if I can work like this. What does this mean for my career going forward? There's something wrong with me. I can't keep up. The list can go on. But what I want to say is the same message that I say in a lot of my coaching and a lot of my parenting material and the advice that I give parents around how to interact with their children. It's back to presence over perfection and performance. And it's not so much about fixing it as it is about being curious about it and holding it. And what do I mean by holding it? I mean non-judgmentally observing it, noticing it, acknowledging it. The hormonal balance in our bodies is changing, and with it, a lot of our body and brain function is changing. It can feel really disarming and off-putting, but that doesn't need to define who we are and our identity, and we don't need to grind ourselves down because of it. And also, a friend told me that B12 is great. So I'm going to be getting myself some B12. I just want to open up the conversation and offer a little bit of hope and ease and maybe self-acceptance as well. Because frankly, we deserve it. And the more that we talk about these things, I think it's just better for all of us. We'd love to hear your thoughts and keep the conversation going. Share them in comments.